Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Closer Experience. Welcome to our Closer Experience. This Wednesday is dedicated. Well, let me not say this Wednesday, this month. This month is dedicated to relationships. And I am joined by some very special people. I'm so excited to have them be a part of our Closer Experience. This is a milestone for us because if you only knew what went on behind the scenes just to get these special guests to be a part of our session today, you'll totally understand. But welcome everyone to the Closer Experience. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you for being a part of our Wednesday experience, our Closer Experience that the Leadership Church brings to the community and to our virtual world every Wednesday. And we're coming out for a summer hiatus. And so we're so glad to kick off the week with some very special guests that I'm going to tell you about in just a few seconds. And so for those of you that are joining the Closer Experience for the very first time, I just want to tell you a little bit about Closer. Again, the Closer Experience is our midweek experience at the Leadership Church. We call it an experience because it can be a variation of small groups, Bible study, midweek pop-up services, chat and choose, panel discussions, conversations, or coaching groups. And so here at the Leadership Church, we believe in the 4 C's of leadership, which is calling, confidence, and character. And tonight we are bringing you a conversation about relationships. And we're kicking off the relationships with youth tonight. And many of you say, well, why? Because it is back to school for many of these youth. As of today, it's back to school for them. It's back to school for college students that are on the road now who's making their ways to their new lives and new beginning. It's back to school for elementary kids. It's back to school for high school students, and it's back to school for did I leave out somebody? Middle school students, right? And then not only that, it's just a good topic to talk about relationships to help our parents navigate what kids needs. So tonight we're talking about what kids need from their parents, period. We're going to just kind of define KIDology, and they're going to give us some tips. And so I want to let them introduce themselves. So everybody, welcome our youth panel tonight on what kids need. And so we're going to start with the oldest in the group, somebody who just turned 18. Come on, Regine, and introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Regine White. As you just heard, I just turned 18. Yay. I am a upcoming college. I'm going to be attending North Carolina A&T, and I'm so excited to share my experience.
Woohoo! Welcome, Regine. All right. Come on, Kind Kennedy. We can only see part of your face. Would you share with everybody tonight and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kennedy. I'm an upcoming junior and I'm 16.
Thank you, Kennedy. I skipped Chase. Sorry, Chase, you were the next oldest. Go ahead, Chase, introduce yourself. We can't see your mouth. We only can see your nose up. So y'all fix these cameras so we can see your whole face. Chase, can you hear us? Okay, go ahead. You on mute. We
I'm
can see
currently
you.
a senior and I'm 17.
Okay, Chase said he's currently a senior. He's 17. All right. Come on, Jackson.
My name is Jackson, and I'm an eighth grader, and I'm 13.
All right, nice to meet you, Jackson. And somewhere we lost Zoe. Hopefully she'll be able to join us back in a few seconds. But Zoe is also a senior and she's 17. And so we're so honored to have all the teens on tonight to talk to us about what what kids need. So y'all throw some love in the chat and let us know and let them know and say welcome to them. Oh, there's Zoe. Okay, Zoe, we can see you. Okay, great. Y'all bear with us. So first of all, when I came up with the topic about relationships and the fact that this month we are dedicating the whole month of relationships, I wanted to start the conversation of talking to the kids because a lot of times we are going to talk about next week in an upcoming weeks what women want, and then we're going to talk about what men want, and then we're going to also talk about what it takes for marriages and what marriages need. And then a lot of times who gets overlooked are the kids, and so talk to us a little bit about what kids need that sometimes we as parents kind of overlook. Any of you can jump in.
Patience.
Patience. Okay. Patience.
Stress, exhaustion,
Mm-hmm.
tired.
So you're saying, because I said what kids need, and Kennedy's reply was kids needs patience, but you're telling me how kids feel, right,
No,
Zoe?
I think she was saying like what they overlook because you also
Mhm.
said
Oh,
overlook.
I did say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Zoe. Thank you, Kennedy, for that.
Um,
What were you saying, Zoe? What is it that we overlook?
us being like exhausted and tired
Mm-hmm.
or stressed about like school and things like that.
Mm-hmm. So we overlook as parents that you guys are sometimes tired and exhausted and stressed too, right? That's good. Anybody else want to chime in?
Can I add on to something Zoe said?
Yes.
I was saying I feel like that because like parents wants us to achieve and do things so bad that they didn't get to do, they kind of like forget about the part like how that puts stress on us, like because you want us to do better than what y'all did, but y'all don't know. I don't think y'all don't know, but I feel like y'all forget that that's like a lot of pressure to put on somebody to be better than y'all were in the future. Like when you say that, it's pressuring. Because, like, sometimes parents be like, I want you to do better than I did.
That's good, Kennedy. That's good, Kennedy. Thank you for sharing that. Kennedy says pressure to do better than their parents. Anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah, it's like it's not well. Yeah, it can be pressure sometimes too, but sometimes with them wanting you to be better than them, they kind of forget like some even like you got your own choices, like it's your life kind of thing. Like your mom could want or your parents could want you to really like do something because it'll be good for you, but like if you don't feel like you should be doing it or it's not good, then or it's not good for you, then it's kind of like a little. I don't know how to explain it, but that's a part of it too.
That's good. Anybody else? Come on, Regine. Come on, Chase. What are some things that we overlook as parents? What are some things that we overlook?
Well, I can answer this question because me and my dad are close, and him being a single parent for so many years, he's not a single parent anymore, but before he got remarried, him being a single parent, we're like this. So he knows when I'm tired, in a mood or something. And so he doesn't really overlook things. My type of parent is he lets me express how I feel. Something is wrong. We sit down and we talk about it. He's taught me to talk about face to face. And so he doesn't really overlook anything. Sometimes I do feel the pressure of being better than him. That's what Kennedy said. But it's not like a, oh my God, like a huge thing. Of course I feel stress, but that's everybody. So it's an understandable feeling. It's a mutual feeling between every kid.
Thank you for sharing that, Regine. Come on, Chase, what you think? I see things going through your mind. What are some things that we as parents overlook?
I mean, I was really just thinking about like the stuff that Kennedy said pretty much, like how parents like tend to, I guess, try to put too much like pressure on us for like when it regarding like school, because like they want us to be like the best we can be, and like us wanting to be like better than them, like in a way. So yeah, I mean that was pretty much what I was thinking.
So, if you had to give advice to parents tonight on what kids want from their parents, if all your parents were listening, or if you had the listening ear of a lot of parents, you would say these are things that will really help your kid this school year and just period in your relationship. This is what kids need. What are some of those things?
For the advice part, I would want to say like give your child some space, like don't hover, cause like
Mm.
hovering is like, I don't know, to me, like when I'm like constantly thinking about my grades, I just have like a complete meltdown because like it's just like it's not annoying. It's not annoying. It's just like your brain is like too much going on. And there's already things that parents don't know what's going on in the background at school or how they feel about certain things about school. But I feel like don't hover and be patient with your child. Ask them what's going. You may not know what's going on at school. Like that's one thing parents forget. Like not to ask what's going on at school, but you don't know what's going on. Like with their mental state, because sometimes kids can be seen as dramatic or whatever or emotional, but you don't really know until you ask. But hovering is like a big thing. Yeah, about grades. Don't overly hover about your child's grades because I feel like that just gives them more anxiety. They're already getting anxiety about it, but just like constantly reminding them, it's like, I don't know. But me personally, I feel like it's just very stressful.
Thank you so much, Kennedy. They questions are coming in the chat, and I'm going to address those in a few minutes. Okay, what about anybody else with something else? Kennedy says hovering. Okay, what else?
So I was going to talk about two things, if that's okay.
Yes.
I'm not completely opposite of Kennedy because I understand what she's saying about the hovering, but over time, I have learned, myself, and I need somebody to push me because there will be a time where if I'm stressed, I will not do it. I will kind of shut down, especially if I'm overstressed. Like I used to tell my dad, I'd be like, Dad, can you be on me? Because it's a lot going on and I need a constant reminder. So, and what Kennedy's saying, like, don't over hover, but still be on that's like being on your child from a distance a little bit, don't constantly badger, you know. And then I was also going to talk about being involved in your child's life, like emotionally. Because like Kennedy said, there's a lot that goes on in school that parents do not know about. Like these other kids are crazy. Like once your child hits middle school, innocence is gone because of other kids, because of how they're being taught at home. They're taught completely different than us. And so there's a lot going on up here, and it's just a lot. So be involved in your child's life emotionally, ask them what's going on. Sit down and have talks with them. Me and my dad, we talk about everything. So he asked me what's going on. I talk about my problems. I feel comfortable enough to talk about it and ask him for advice. So make sure your child is comfortable with talking to you. If you guys don't have that relationship, you need to build one because we need it.
So I heard you say kids need their parents to be able to push them and have a good relationship, right? Push them and have a good, what was it? Good communication.
It's
Open
like, oh yeah, open communication is good, and then push them from a distance.
push from a distance.
Yeah.
Kids need parents.
And
I'm
can
right.
I add on to something?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
I'm not saying parents stop being parents, because I understand in y'all definition parents are here to push you and help you with your future or whatever, but it's only like a limit to pushing. Like, yes, you're the parent, yes, you're here to teach me and guide me for me to be out there, but like it's only a limit. Like in the kid's brain, it's only a limit to push them. Like if you're overly pushing them, like it's really hard to live. To me, it's really hard to live up to your parents' expectations. To me, like you're just thinking about, oh, I want to make my parents so proud. Like in a kid's brain, it's really hard because you want to every child wants to make their parents proud. So us already want to make y'all proud, and y'all reminding us that y'all want us to be greater than y'all is just really, really hard. It's really hard to me. So that's what I just want to add. But I didn't want y'all to think I was saying stop being parents, because I always need my parents to push me, because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I was now. But I was just saying that it's just a lot of pressure.
Chase, anything you want to add to that?
I mean, yeah, I just feel like there's like parents should like find like the good balance between like pushing your child, but then also like letting them do what you want them to do at like their own pace.
Hmm. Okay, let's go back up. Help me unpack that. So you said a good balance. I was with you on that,
Like a
but
good
a good balance, but they're at the kids' own pace. You're saying?
like so like an example that I have is like, so with me being a senior, like my mom and my aunt are like telling me like all these like post like college things for me to do, like scholarships and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're giving me like all these things to do like almost like day after day. And
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like I'm getting hit with like too many like tasks at once. So like I feel like the best thing would be to like still like check up on me like
Okay.
every now and then, but I guess not like too often, if that makes sense.
So you think you need like a checkoff list, like a weekly checkoff list of things that you should need to maybe accomplish in between Monday and Friday, and a good balance, because you use the word balance, right? So a good balance would be, and a good compromise will be to check up on you on Thursday to see how you progress with the checkoff list, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
All right. And so once we check in with you, what if you say, "Oh, I totally forgot about the list."
Oh.
Oh, so then what happens? Talk me through it. So when you say,
I
oh, okay.
said,
So when because we talking about balance, so I want to be fair
mm-hmm.
on how we create that balance. So if we do a checkoff list, let's say, because if we do a checkoff list and we come up with this list, and then we, instead of badgering you about it, like, did you do the list? 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 Because you said, like, kind of give me some balance and parent from a distance, not to be too pushy. If I wait till Thursday, be like, well, how are you coming on the list? And then you said, oh, I forgot about it. What would be our next step to still stay balanced?
I would say, I guess maybe then you probably should like check more often. Maybe like don't really have. I don't know.
Okay, anybody else want to chime in? Come on, Kennedy, who's the problem solver, or Jackson, who's the
I think he's trying to say that well, I think he's trying to say that yes, you can like send, well, he was talking about scholarships. I think he was like, yes, send him scholarships, but like it's going back to badgering him, like, okay, you sent me the scholarship, but ask me every day, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Like give me some space, let me do it first. Like I think that's what he's saying. Like, let me do it first. I think that's what he's saying.
But my question is, let's say I said, okay, you're correct, Chase. So let's say I give you the scholarships on Monday, right? And you said find a healthy balance. And I said, if I remind you on Thursday or do a healthy check-in with you, instead of badgering you, Monday, did you do it? Tuesday, did you do it? Wednesday, did you do it? I waited until Thursday and said, oh, just checking in to see how you coming with the scholarships, right? And he says, oh, I forgot.
But I don't think, well, I don't know.
That's
It's
when
okay
you
to be
start.
forgetful. Yeah, but like if you have to see first, is he able to do things on his own? Like that's another thing. Like let us, get older. Like let us.
And
I
I
don't know
feel like
what's the word.
I feel like you gotta know your child with that too. Like
With me, you may have to sorry, you may have to remind me a couple of times, but other people's not like that.
Mhm.
But
so you want me to remind. So, like, for example, Chase, what do you want? What is it that you want us to do? You said give you balance, right? So, and then you said it's overwhelming, that you feel like they're battering. So how would you like for parents to, coach you and support you through this process? Come on with it. What's your suggestion?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
So the question is what, because the title of our program tonight is what kids want from their parents. So I'm asking you, so you're saying, let's say, for example, like it's overwhelming where they say, do this, do this, do this. And so your reply was for them to give you a little bit at a time, right? So it doesn't seem overwhelming. And so I'm saying to you, well, I thought a good balance would be to like give you a list and then just kind of like you said, pace yourself. I think that's the word you use. And I said, well, what if you get to Thursday and the deadline for it is like Friday and you still haven't done them yet? So then I would say, well, what would you want? How would you want your parents to support you from at that point? What you think? What do you think, Regine? Because you've been down that road. What do you think?
Okay, yes, I was waiting for this. So yes, I have been down that road before where my would constantly badger me about scholarships because I'm an upcoming freshman. And it would I'm not going to say it would get on my nerves because I feel like that's rude, but I just felt like I was being backed into a corner. Like, oh my God, like, oh my God. Like, it was like, you need to fill a scholarship out every hour. Like, it was so bad, but it was needed because I wasn't doing it. So, and then I had to sit down with her and have a conversation, and she explained to me why she stressed so much about scholarships. She explained to me her situation, and it just made me realize like everything our parents do is for a reason. Like this world is not gonna hold our hand when we get out there. And so now I take it more seriously. Like I applied for a scholarship before I got on the Zoom. Like it's serious. So for me, um, my parents need to badger me. Like I understand why they're badgering. So for Chase's example, if you do like a healthy check-in, kid is not doing it and they wait till the last minute, then you need to badger because your kid is not taking it seriously. It's not top priority on their list like that parents shouldn't over hover, but once they give you space and they see that you can't handle it, it's gonna come back around. So
Okay, so for those of you that are just watching, that just joined us, we're talking about what kids want from their parents, and so far we have gotten down to like two things. We got down to two things that kids need parents to push them from a distance and have open communication. We also had that kids need space. Okay, and so then kids, this is Chase's response is kids need a good balance and be able to move at their own pace. So those are the three things that we're going for. Jackson, I want you to chime in before we go to the next one. What are some things, and thank you, Regine, for sharing that and being so transparent. We appreciate you. Jackson, what are some things that kids need from their parents?
One of the things that we need from our parents is for them to like sometimes just like let us have our space and let us reflect on like what we need to do, because like we have a lot of like priorities that we have to figure out during school, like tests, homework, or quizzes that are coming up. So we just need parents to stop being um like, not badgering us, but stop trying to know what's going on all the time, and let us try to figure it out ourselves, because one day our parents are not going to always be here to like keep badgering us and telling us you need to get this done, you need to get this done. So we just need space to be ourselves and allow us to figure out what we need to do.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are all in sync. And so I'm going to read from a list that I saw 15 things that kids need: a good night rest, affection, private time, positive food, advocates, plans to look forward to, conversation before bedtime, time to play outside, time to watch their favorite shows, discipline when necessary, to leave special messages, to be able to be silly, to be less stressed, to have play dates, or in your case, hangouts with your friends, guidance, and approval. How does any of those things that I just shared resonate with you?
I like that hanging out with your
Yeah,
friends part.
the hang out with your friends part.
I'm sure you do. Oh,
And I feel like parents don't
But
understand. They always say you're not missing out on anything, but like being with your friends, no offense, it's like more. I'm not even
way
gonna say
better
it,
than
but
being
like
down.
yes, my
Mhm.
friends understand me. We all go through the same thing because they're my age. Parents is not always gonna understand. Yes, y'all was our age before, but that was in the 1980s or the 19 something. I'm sorry, but that was then. This is now.
Yeah, and with that,
Well,
it'd be
I'm
like,
sorry, it's a different generation. Y'all don't understand everything we've gone through. Yes, y'all have gone through things we have, but not everything that
but
this
it's not
generation
the
has.
same no more.
It's not the same. We've gone
well,
through.
what's not the same
We have
though?
And sometimes
experienced
it's
more
stuff we
stuff
can't.
that y'all have experienced at a we middle
And it's
school. I have
sometimes
learned a lot. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was exposed to a
Yes.
whole bunch of stuff in middle school.
That's what I was
And
saying. Like,
stuff
once
you
your
can't
child
talk
hits
to you
middle
about.
school,
It's over. Y'all
And
probably
it's
sometimes
just
you
over.
learned
can't
about it
talk
at
to
high
about
school,
with your
but
parents. Sometimes you gotta like. Sometimes you literally can't talk to it like
you
about it with
can't.
your parents because it's not only it can be uncomfortable, but sometimes it don't even. It's just not like why would you tell your mom or dad that? So sometimes you need to be around your friends. You be like tell them so you get it off your chest and especially to them because they're your
Yeah,
age. They're around,
my
so they
friends give me
understand it a little bit
my
easier
friends give me
than
peace.
me
I have
trying to
no
explain
friends.
it to my mom and I gotta explain it like 3 times because she not understanding what I'm saying.
So
Hmm.
what you guys are saying is you need an outlet.
Yes, and my friends. I feel
You're
like
not.
my friends are my outlet. Like they understand things that my parents wouldn't understand, and there's some things that my parents would understand. My friends don't understand. It's really equal. It's just that I mostly tell my friends things that my parents wouldn't understand me about, and I feel like that's also good because I need people to talk to and let out.
Mhm.
They're like,
And sometimes you don't want your parents to know.
oh
Like
yeah,
it's the
that's
things
another
you really
thing
don't want to tell your parents. Like even if it's
because
like
they're
something
not gonna
and
understand.
even if they will understand it, sometimes it's just for your own secrecy and your own comfort and a secret to have to yourself or between you and your friends. Like I know I could tell my parents if I wanted to, or if it was that
It just don't
serious,
feel like
but
something you should
sometimes
tell your
it just
parent.
doesn't feel like something I would tell them, or they
It'll
really
be a
need
long
to know.
conversation.
Give them
So
advice.
so privacy too.
It's
Yes.
privacy. Cause like parents want like details. Like you just tell your friend, they get it. Your parents, like it's just too long. Like why do we told you what happened? Why we gotta go down the street?
Jason and Jackson, do you all agree? Because the girls are taking over before we close out. Do you agree? Y'all need privacy too.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for your transparency. This has been so wonderful. I know our viewers have been enjoying it as well. We appreciate you, one, for being honest, two, for being brave, three, for making time in your schedule to go live and share with other parents what kids want from them. Just before we log off, just give them, because you guys are bringing in something from a teenager's perspective. What are some things when you remember when you were a little kid, like for those parents that have elementary kids, just shout out one or two things that they may need.
Let's
Um,
go.
find dig deep into their friends. Cause when I was in elementary, um, I was like with the wrong. I don't know the wrong friends, but like the friends, the type of personality of friends they're gonna have in elementary or middle school, the same type they're gonna have in high school. So in middle school and well, elementary, middle school, whatever, start hanging with the wrong friends. Like you need to
Mhm.
hang out with kind children, cause
Mhm.
that's who they're gonna hang out with, and that's who they're gonna think that is like the right type of group.
Okay,
So
thank you for that,
yeah.
Kennedy. Anything else, Jackson and Chase, real quick?
Um. Oh, well, let me just say this real quick, and
Go
Jackson
ahead,
can go.
Zoe.
But
Go ahead.
um, with with elementary school kids, I want to say let them explore, but like not that, like not explore, but like actually let. Because my mom always said like when you're that small, you're really trying to find yourself and figure out your personality and who you are. So with people, with you being that young, with your parents trying to like mold you into your older self, they gonna want a lot more for you and stuff with like trying to get you to be that. But at the same time, with you being so young, you don't even know what you want to do. So so like let them as they're growing up, let them figure it out. Like I didn't finally figure out what I really wanted to do till like middle school,
Okay. Well, thank
eighth
you
grade.
for that, Zoe.
Oh, I have something.
For elementary kids, come on, y'all, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Oh, for elementary? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, like just to piggyback off of what Zoe said, um, I agree. Let your kids explore, but
Mhm.
still like instill and like teach them manners and morals. So when they get to middle and high school, they know who to look for and who not to look for. Because when I was in ninth grade, I hung out. I knew it. In here, I just couldn't find my group of friends. So instill morals in your kids, because once they get to middle school, it's over. I'm telling you right now. No. So
Middle school is like a child's big peak. Like it's the jump right before high school. High
Middle
school,
school ruined my life.
if you don't
I
begin in
just
school, that
it ruined
transition
my life.
is gonna be so bad.
Oh,
So I'm saying school
it's
actually
like it's not bad, but like the innocence is not there
it's
It's
anymore.
not there at
like
all. So that's why you can already be
Jackson's
innocent.
in middle school. He's the only middle school. Jackson, can you speak to anything that they're saying?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, it's just a bunch of like
They children bad. Like I don't know
it
who
like it
parents.
makes your head hurt how much stuff. But like you said, for the elementary school students, for the parents, like just know that your kids, once they go to elementary school, that y'all only know one side of them because when they were younger, and but
I mean middle
once they
school.
go to elementary school, their whole person, that they can start to talk to other kids who are their same age. The other kids introduce them to stuff. So just make sure that you pay attention to your young kids, because they know you might not think they don't know stuff, but they already know it, and you're just thinking that your kid just watching Elmo, Sesame Street, and stuff like that. Make sure to know what they're watching, what they're looking at, what they're talking about, what language they're using, all that.
Well, thank you so much again, guys, for joining on tonight, talking about what kids want. Thank you to the audience that watched tonight. God bless you. We appreciate you. Please make sure you stay connected to the Leadership Church. We will be right back here next Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. talking about what women want from men. So then that's going to be a whole grown-up conversation. But tonight we focused on the kids and the youth. And so we appreciate them so much for being a part of our conversation. Y'all throw them some love in the chat for their bravery and for being a part of our conversation. And please have a good rest of your evening. If you would like to connect to the Leadership Church, we ask you to do that as well. The website is going to actually be running right below us. It's supposed to be at anyway. It normally is. Well, we're having a little technical difficulties on that. Yes.
It's running. I see it.
You see it? Okay. Well, our website is the leadchurchatl.org. And so please make sure you connect to us. We appreciate you. Have a good night. Good night.